What is up, guys? It's Colin. Welcome back to another video on the Brickaniac channel, and today I have a video that I've been working on for about the past 3 months, ever since Fortnite Season 5 released. And this video, if you haven't read the title, is my Fortnite Chapter 2 Season 5 CMF draft, and these are just the figures that I think LEGO would make if they did make a CMF, that being collectible minifigure series, of this season. So these are just all my choices. If you disagree, that's fine. But let's just start off with the first one being Agent Jonesy, and his accessory is the first thing I'm going to talk about. He has just a rod piece attached to a transparent blue head that is flipped upside down to make his 0-point teleporter, and then he has a scared and worried expression. Then he is using a yellow Mutt Willems hair with a suit and a blue tie on his torso and just some dark gray pants. The second figure in this series is Reese, and just so you know, this is going to be flipping from Battle Pass skin to non-Battle Pass skin. But anyways, Reese has the hair in orange from the Slushy General in the LEGO Ninjago movie. Her accessory is a red gun attached to a black candlestick to represent her suppressed pistol exotic that she sells at Dirty Docks, or at least did in Season 5. I don't know if that's going to change, but she has a smirking expression and dual molded arms and legs and a torso to represent her armor, which I think turned out very accurate and looks pretty good. Next up we have Marigold, which is Midas's daughter, if you didn't already know, and she has some longish black hair, and then on her face you can see it's a little bit paler of a skin tone to represent how her skin tone and Midas's are a little bit different because of the golden touch, I assume, and she has one golden eye and one with a scratch through it that is completely white, just like Midas has, and one arm with the golden touch. Mancake is next up, and he's the owner of the Butter Barn. If you want to go see my Butter Barn video, then go check that out. But anyways, on the top of his head you can see that there is one singular stud to represent butter, and he has some pancakes with syrup being poured on them for his face, and some butter bandoliers. Then I also drew on his green vest, and his accessory is a bag of gold to represent the gold currency from Season 5. And I'm really proud of how this figure turned out, especially since I made it a few months ago, and many of these figures were made quite recently. Next up is the Gingerbread Raider, and if you didn't know, this is a gingerbread version of the Renegade Raider skin that is one of the most OG skins in the game. But anyways, she has some gumdrops and candy detailing all over her armor and outfit, and then also I included a brown helmet with some red goggles to represent her helmet with red goggles, and I also drew some face paint on her face. I didn't do it all the way like it is over her nose in the game because it looked like a mustache. But anyways, next up is Maeve, and she has a dark red hairpiece with some white streaks, just like her design is in the game. She has an angry expression, and one of her arms has the tattoo that she is shown to have in the game, and they're both dual molded. One of them is teal and one of them is brown, and then she just has some tribal outfit detailing. Fortnite really likes making different Bright Bomber variants, and this is the one that came out this season, and it's actually one of my favorites. But anyways, for her torso, I just drew her hoodie, and that has a llama and a rainbow on it, which I think looks really cool. It also has a hood piece that was originally used for Wild Style in the LEGO movie, and then she has some pink hair with a pink hat combo, and I also printed some white stripes and glasses on there like in the game. And then she has some armor on her left leg and a strap on her right, and then she just has some white pants. Although I don't particularly like anime, the anime skin Lexa was one of my favorites to draw, especially because I was afraid her red eyes would look super evil, but I managed to make them look pretty good in my opinion. I took a lot of inspiration from Lloyd's eyes from Ninjago. Anyways, her hair is the same one Marigold used, except it is in white with some pink streaks. Then she also has a light purple shirt and some dark blue shoes, and then a turquoise skirt. The third member of the Fox clan in Fortnite is V, and she looks basically like a female version of Drift from the past season 5, which makes sense because it's a loot. But anyways, this one is one of my favorite figures in the series just because of how detailed it is, and because I really like how the new hood scarf piece turned out that I made with those little ears. Also, I really like how the torso looks with the different markings on her arms and the skirt that comes down to her legs. All in all, this is one of my favorite figures. The only thing that isn't my favorite is how the fox head looks at the top of the hood, but honestly, I don't think it looks too bad, and I really hope you like it too. Next up is Kondor, and I thought about going for the pickle version of this skin, but I decided to go with the most iconic variant of each Battle Pass skin. Anyways, he uses the hood from Hidden Side that Jack uses, and he just has a plain black headpiece, and then he also has a vest with a ton of straps and things, and his accessory is the Dragon Breath shotgun that he sells in Misty Meadows. And how I made that was I just used a normal gun piece and attached a pink stud with a hole in it, and then attached a fire piece to that. Next up is the Cuddle King, and he is the Valentine's Day skin that I chose to include. He has a new hood hair and boa combo, and then it also has some bear ears at the top, and I think it turned out pretty well. Then his mask print on his face with some hearts also I think looks pretty good, and he has pink legs, a white shirt with the Cuddle Team leader broken heart on it, and then he also has some hoodie printing on his torso with fur. And I think all in all, this isn't my favorite figure in the series, but I do think it looks pretty much exactly like the skin. Last but not least is Menace, and he has a stern expression with some stubble all around, a brown hairpiece, and his accessory is a golden ball and chain to represent his pickaxe. And his arms have lots of dual molding and detailing on them. His torso has a strap to attach to his armor piece that I made, and he has some abs, and his belt is something that I think looks pretty cool. It doesn't look exactly how it does in the game because I wanted to add a little Lego spin with that minifigure right there, and he just has some golden boots with his dual molded legs. So here are all the figures together on a checklist that I made, and I think it turned out pretty well. In the background you can just see the 0 Point and the Colossal Coliseum location, as well as some 0 Point shards. But anyways, what did you guys think of this CMF series? Here is the blind bag that I designed for it right about now, and as you can see it's just using the same 0 Point image, and I just included Marigold, Reese, Lexa, Agent John Jones, and Menace on there. And here are the figures that I originally drew. These were the 4 figures that I first drew when I just started drawing figures, and while I don't think they are the best, especially Reese, she was the second one I drew, I do think they're still pretty good for the first ones to ever have been drawn. The reason I didn't include Mando was because I feel like that would have been redundant, since you can always get him in a more expensive set and Lego wouldn't make him in a blind bag series. But anyways, what did you guys think of the series? It was probably my favorite series that I've made so far out of the 3 that I've made, being the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., Ninjago, and this one. If you haven't seen either of those, go check them out. But this channel is so close to 1.5 thousand subscribers, so if you did like this video and want to see more of this type of content, then consider leaving a subscribe because it would really help out the channel. But yeah, that's all I have for you guys today. Have a great day and go build something awesome.